Hello! Yes, hello, and welcome to, I can't even remember what episode we're on. Spelljammer, Hot Shots Part 2, Light as Xaryxis, Episode 11. Okay, I can't remember how many episodes the previous one we did. I think we've done 20-odd episodes of this now, possibly, potentially, maybe. Yeah. But yes, welcome. Before we get into tonight's session, as always, a word of our sponsors first. First and foremost, the wonderful, ever amazing, fantastic Loki Battlemats. Loki Battlemats are an award-winning UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of Battlemats, little, big, giant sizes, and their modular book sets are full of amazing artwork and an awesome backdrop to any tabletop role-playing game. To find out more, please pop over to the link in chat, search for Loki Battlemats on most social media, LOKE, or pop to the link in chat where you can go to their shop and view their physical maps, shop for them there, or pop over to the Drive-Thru RPG where you can find a lot of their digital maps available, some for free. Yes, so go show them some love, tell them we sent you, because they are amazing and have always been good to us when we've been raising money for charity by offering some fantastic prizes. More on that in a bit. Secondly, we have Syrinscape. Syrinscape.com for all of your ambient sound needs. If you would like to get your players engaged in... I realised suddenly, as I'm talking about Syrinscape, that it's the one fucking thing I haven't opened. Yes, if you would like to get your players engaged in the wonderful game world you are creating or running for them, then look no further than Syrinscape.com, where you can find some fantastic add-ons, some ambient sound from a dragon roar to whatever music is currently playing and was playing last, I believe from Fables Among Titans. So bear with me 2 seconds while I just amend that. I'm going to shout at AD for turning down the global volume instead of turning down the volume of the music. But yes, if you want Roar of Dragon Flame, if you want a busy tavern with bards playing in the background, or as always, if you want a well-placed Wilhelm scream, please pop over to Syrinscape.com because epic games need epic sound. Third, we have the wonderful and amazing, and I'm going to bring him on screen, Sparky & Co. Pre-rebrand, which is, I believe, coming soon. But yes, Sparky & Co. for all of your miniature crafting needs. If you want to pop over and find out some wonderful, real quality content, you can find Sparky & Co. on TikTok, where you can view many of the fantastic and horrific minis that they are currently printing. The cursed minis coming from your printer recently, Sparky, just haunt my dreams.
Nothing cursed about it.
Please pop over to Sparky & Co, where you can find, search Sparky & Co on Etsy as well, where you can give in to your tabletop needs and purchase all of the minis possible. If you do want to make a fantastic purchase from Sparky & Co of whatever this is, like a Geodude made of mouths, then please, when you are at checkout, type in the code HEAVY for a barbarian-sized D12% discount. Yes, Sparky & Co. Cool. So, done the sponsors. Socials, yes. Please, if you haven't already, follow the link in chat and pop over and join all of our socials. There you will be able to find our Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, some TikToks, and also, more importantly, our Discords, where you can join a wonderful community of like-minded nerds who discuss and argue about the most inane, pointless things and have an incredible amount of fun doing it. So please, yes, pop over to all of our socials, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you can. And you too can one day be roped in to a stream like this.
I don't think they'll stream D&D.
No?
No, I don't think you two will want to do that.
No. I have got a money-making idea in my head about D&D. No. I want to start like an ASMR Dungeons & Dragons podcast, but it's just going to be an entire party of bards. Every NPC they meet is some gorgeous pansexual random race from D&D, and it's just going to be really hypersexual. It's just going to be 4 hours of Dungeons and Dragons audio erotica. I think it could make money. I genuinely do.
I mean, yeah,
but I also think
there'll
it might
be a market for it somewhere.
It might be a bit too much for Twitch. So watch this space. Get ready for our OnlyFans.
OnlyBads.
Yes. But before actually we get into it, the last and most important thing, this year we are attempting at Heavyweight RPG to go above and beyond what we have done in previous years, where Heavy themselves and many of the community over the last few years have raised a lot of money for very worthwhile charities. We're up to about £8,000 now overall, over all the different 24-hour, 49-hour just streams that we've run. This year we are trying something different and bigger, much bigger. We are going to play D&D for 60 hours from the 24th to the 28th of July, my birthday week. The Monday lot, when Gloria is not enough, are going to descend on my house, because I'm a glutton for punishment, and we are going to sit from 12 midday until 12 midnight for 5 days, Monday to Friday, and play D&D for your entertainment, but also to attempt to raise money for 3 wonderful charities, which are, as you can see in chat, Papyrus, Shelter UK, and MS UK as well. If you want to find out more, and if you haven't done so already, please pop to the link in chat now, or share the link in chat if you haven't already. And if you want to, put your name down if you donate a £5 or more, or each time you donate £5. And you can be in with a chance of winning some fantastic prizes. 2 of the prizes up for grabs are a custom one-shot run by either myself or Heavy. There are Loki Battle Map books up for grabs. There are many other wonderful prizes in store as well. But yes, please.
If I win, I want both of you to DM it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so you want a 4-hour argument. You want to watch a 4-hour argument between me and AD. Done. Done. And we will
for everything.
If you win both of them, we'll combine them and we'll do it from a hot pot of gravy. Do not hold me to that. That was a joke. But yes.
Too late to
Someone
cancel.
clip that.
It could actually finally be one of your fatal encounters because someone's going to get done.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I think we are there. I think we're done. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we got everything covered.
Yeah. So.
Also,
Oh,
have
we rolls.
Have Althea. Oh.
So
Nice.
the whole party is
Ready.
printed.
Excellent.
Yes.
Send them along. We will get them painted up.
Righto.
But yes, actually, yes, I do apologise. Is it in the chat? Yes, brilliant. Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Monkey face! Donate 200 bits or cheers to the party to give them a reroll. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws, so they don't roll over to the following week. The DM can also earn a hero point or a reroll if you donate 500 bits. And we have 200 bits for 1 reroll already. Okay, cool. Right then. Let's get the ball rolling on session 11. Okay. Give me a moment. Because D&D Beyond is shut down. Go.
You got the perfect one.
Decided it wants to.
No, someone's birthday, is it?
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it?
It's just my mother's birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so.
She's gonna be angry at me.
So, last time, or recently, Spelljammer, Light of Xaryxis, to build a coalition against the Xaryxian Empire, the characters came to terms with a Kane named Okath. fought monsters for his amusement. At the end of the final battle, however, Prince Zeleth of the Xaryxian Empire appeared on an adult solar dragon, along with, as you could see, arrayed around Vokath's space station, almost half of the Xaryxian fleet. They appeared determined to retake the Princess Zadali into their clutches. So, there you go. So the Prince Zeleth, broke through the roof of the arena. They are now hovering above you, having made their demands, or having said, or where we left off, the last thing that was said, I am Prince Zeleth of the Xaryxian Empire. I have come for my sister Zadali. Surrender all to me, your rats, or be annihilated.
Captain.
Captain.
You are still, I believe, flying, Tom.
I can't remember how far.
Oh, you are up in the air. You are
I think like
you are eye level with with these with the people.
Sorry, I mean, how far am I away from the ground? So can I hear them asking me questions?
Probably not.
We'd say it loud enough if we know where you are.
Captain.
I think
I'd say that this guy's probably a blast from the past enough that I'd probably freeze for a moment.
You definitely recognize the prince.
I think Uki's getting a damp shoulder from some drip above.
Yeah.
So Zadali is, sorry, Zeleth, the prince, is now looking down at you all.
Sorry, what did you say?
Are we still in combat? Do we have turn order or anything?
No?
Oh well.
Does
let's
it look
change
like
that
she's here?
Right, surprise attack, level 3.
then. You can check behind the pillars, but I don't think she's here with us.
There is a flash of light from the floor of the arena next to you, and Vokath and the princess appear.
Oh, there she is.
Vokath whirls on those of you who are arrayed below the prince, and says very quietly, "You will not drag me into your conflict like this. Deal with it,
We didn't invite him.
or I will wipe my hands of you." Steps back.
Look at the princess and say, well,
Yeah.
I don't think this is a fight that we can win. Most definitely not. What would you?
Bobby,
What is your answer?
Right.
He calls out.
I'm just going to point at the princess.
Your Highness, what would you say? I don't see any escape.
Why do you wish me to come with you? And Zeleth looks down, sneers. Our father is dead. When I become emperor, I want my sister present at my coronation.
Is he being honest?
Yeah.
Roll an insight check.
I will.
I don't
That
think you
is-
can marry your sister.
It's a 17.
Right. 17.
Yes.
With the 17, you get the impression that there is an ulterior motive for wanting his sister returned. However, he is effectively telling the truth when he says, surrender her or he will annihilate you.
Yeah.
If you surrender her, he will leave. You're confident enough that there will not be a fight if you surrender her.
Princess, if you go with him, I'm willing to believe he will leave. However, I'm trying to say this quietly. He's hiding something.
Of course.
I'm gonna look up at the. Did you say that there's like only half of the fleet? Damn, that's loud.
Yeah, sorry, hang on. That's better.
Did you say there's only half the fleet? Da, 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 da.
Yes.
Sorry,
Well,
three
actually-
quarters.
There is, there is half the fleet. It's about 12 star moths, bristling with like astral elven warriors and weaponry.
If there's only half, I think we can win.
Who, forgive me, I can't remember from last session, who looks the most injured currently, if I can see from where I am?
You can definitely see. And
I
it's,
imagine it's Ook.
yeah, I would say
yeah.
probably.
Hmm.
Okay, whilst
Zadali, the princess, leans into you, those on the floor, so you don't hear this. Yes. Not everyone in the Xaryxian Empire supports Zeleth's claim to the throne. He needs me to legitimize it, prevent any unrest that might otherwise occur. No matter how, I think I have no choice but to return home with my brother. And she turns to her brother.
I think you are correct.
Yaz, what are you going to do?
no, I didn't hear it. I can't do anything.
Okay. Bobby,
Hmm.
you feel a very gentle tug at your sleeve, as if someone is standing behind you. Quietly, so that no one else around you can hear it, you hear, "You will need my ring to save your world. I have dropped the ring in the sand. Keep it safe. I'll be waiting for you in Xaryxis space." Then a moment later, Princess blinks from where they were standing out in front of you, facing away, begins to move towards her brother. What do you do, Bobby?
I'll just nod to her and and
Did Hannah just come to say hi and then leave?
yeah, I'll just nod to her and that I acknowledge that I've got the message, but not prepared to give anything else away.
Okay.
Can I be steadily descending whilst sort of trying not to ascend at a rate that looks like I'm doing anything
Yeah.
actionable?
Yeah. No problem.
Hippler's just watching the party and keeping an eye on the dragon and the red, but otherwise sitting back with a gun ready.
I'm just stood there trying to not leak oil too much everywhere from all the holes and the dents and the, you know.
The princess then raises her arms The dragon descends, swoops down quite quickly, clutches both arms in its front claws, one on either side, lifts her back out of the hole, flying off into space without a backwards glance.
Bye-bye.
Bogath
Okay,
then turns, staring at you all. I assume you would like a moment to collect yourselves.
Yes, please.
Could be an idea.
He claps his hands. There is a flash of blinding white light. All of you experience it. You are once more back in his incredibly ostentatious meeting chamber. He's standing by one of the doors. You handled that quickly. And you kept your part of the bargain. I will do as you have asked. Give me a short while to speak to the faction leaders here. I will call on you when the meeting is ready.
And our winnings?
Your winnings?
Yes.
I will let you know about your winnings once my people have estimated the repairs for the large hole that your bringing the princess to my space station has caused.
You're not insured?
And he turns around and walks out. And you are left alone in the meeting chamber.
Shall I see how much I can mend before they come back? Can anybody fly me up there?
Gadabout people?
I mean, we could. It could be
I'll hand
Very
the gadabout over to Sparky.
Okay. From where you are currently, there are no windows. You have absolutely no idea where you are in relation to the hole in the roof of the stadium.
No.
I can fix it if you can hear me.
I will cast Cure Wounds on Ook.
Thank you all.
8, 11, for 14 Healy points.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
And I will put my arcane turret onto my backpack, hang it off one of my hooks.
You've been left alone for a short while, though. Is there anything in particular you would like to do?
I want to have a look around this room, see if there's anything in here.
Okay.
I want to mend
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
myself.
I'd like to think back to what I know about the Xaryxian Empire and ponder the consequences of what just happened.
Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do anything before you were teleported to this room?
Did I do anything?
Mm-hmm. Based on the information you were given moments before you were teleported to this room.
Mm-hmm. Ring. Goo. Ring. Goo.
Yeah. Did you say the ring is in the sand or the sun?
Sand.
I thought you had said sun. That's why.
I reach into the sun.
I have dropped the ring in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in the son of the Xaryxian
Yeah.
Empire. You know,
Yeah.
I get where. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I would have.
I will say then that because you misheard me, you would have picked up the ring.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Just left it there.
I will take. I will.
To be fair, I've got Accio prepared anyway, so
Yeah, you can have that. Gimme, right? So yeah, that's fine. Who's taking a short rest and who's investigating the room?
I'm going to walk up to Yaz and I'm going to start casting Cure Wounds. I'm going to like move their head to one side and over. Like, you all right? I'll turn them round. Turn them round again.
Unhand me!
So what's wrong?
No, I'm not too bad. I'm above average. We'll put it that way.
Did you cast? Is this an illusion? Are you sure you're okay?
Surprisingly, yes.
Well done, Captain. Sorry.
Who's taking a short rest?
I will take a short rest.
I would like to take a short rest, please.
I don't need to take you out of the moment, but mechanically, I need to know who's taking a
Hipley,
short rest.
whilst we're here, I've been meaning to discuss.
Right, so Yaz and Hipley are taking a short rest, right?
I'm taking a short rest.
Stance is taking a short rest.
But before I do, I'm just
Bang.
going to channel divinity and get 1 second level spell back as well.
Okay.
burn
Short
a
rest.
couple of hit die.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Bobby. Cool. So while the rest of you are just recuperating from your ordeal in the arena, Bobby, as you wander around the room then, again, you've seen this room previously on display. You are looking at about 30 painted statuettes of famous figures from across the multiverse. They are of worth, you reckon, probably to the right dealer, about 25 gold each. There are 6 large quartz or blue quartz busts of Vokath, displaying various poses and expressions, worth about 250. There's 8 beautifully wrought model ships, worth about 750 each. And there are 4 elaborate tapestries, worth about 750, and 4 paintings of space-dwelling fauna, worth about 750 as well, each. There are a few racks of like ornate weapons and armor. Roll me an investigation check.
18.
Okay. You, after spending quite a lot of time like looking into or looking at the weapons and the armor, most of them are decorative only. Like a swing of the sword, 1 impact would break most of them. Most of the armor is paper thin, possibly as representations of armor of famous heroes that have passed through the arena. There are only 2 items of any worth and value. And looking at how finely made they are, you would say with an 18, you reckon you've got a +1 suit of chainmail and a +1 greatsword on your hands.
When I get bored of my short rest, I want to look at the statues and see if I recognize any of the female ones.
That's easy. That's just a perception check.
You say it's easy.
Mm.
7.
You do not.
Oh.
Not at all.
I'm going to get out a very fine detailing chisel and jeweler's file, and I'm going to spend some time carving a mustache on the prettiest male one.
Cool. The moment you touch it, Vokath walks back in the door.
No. Tools behind my back.
I will thank you not to touch any of the items on display, though you may purchase if you wish.
Apologies, I thought it was inaccurate. I was improving it.
I am still busy. And he walks back out.
If I touch it again, will it come back?
Only one way to find out.
Like my hands hovering over it. Yeah, I'll sit back down again.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do during their short rest?
Level up.
I'll go back to where the group sat down, and I'll explain to them what I found with the tapestries, the artwork, statues, and the weapon and armor, because I'm not sure who can actually use those myself. Because I can't.
Use both, I think.
Well, I missed that because I was resting. What was the weapon and armor?
A +1 greatsword and a +1 chainmail.
Chainmail.
No. I can wear the chainmail, but I like my plate.
Can't
My
imagine
breastplate.
stats would be irritating walking around in chainmail.
I'm not being funny. I'm currently wearing scale mail over what I've already got. So I definitely rattle, which is why I have disadvantage on stealth.
I'm good. My rifle's preferable to any greatsword.
I mean, if only we had a bag of holding, we'd be able to get some of this stuff, because it looks expensive.
It would really be useful, yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems to summon him if you touch it, though.
If it was a chain shirt, I could wear it, but I cannot wear a full chain mail, unfortunately.
Can I
Maybe it
search the
wasn't-
room for a bag of holding?
Maybe it was an illusion. Maybe if we touch another statue and poke him when he comes in.
Well, I'll touch the statue. You poke him.
Sure.
Do you touch the statue?
I stand by the door.
I'll just sort of gently just have a look at one, pick one up, and
You pick one up.
yeah, just to
Okay.
look at it, not.
As you pick one up, then, Hipley, you hear a hiss, and a door behind you opens, and Vokath walks in. What did
poke
I
him in the
say? Oh no, he's across the room.
Damn.
Please put my possessions back.
Oh, sorry, I was just admiring the craftsmanship. It's very impressive.
Paid enough for it. Are you done?
I was wondering if you had anything else just that we may be able to purchase.
I meant with your rest.
I've not rested. The others, they may be ready.
I'm fine.
I
I'm
believe-
restless.
Yeah, right.
I believe so, but you would have to check with the DM.
It has been long enough now. If you are all ready, then I will usher in the leaders of the other factions.
Yes, please.
Very well. He clicks his fingers. From the center of the room rises a large conference table. It's like a jet black wood that kind of sparkles with almost just distant stars embedded in the wood. And then chairs rise to surround the table as well. As he steps back out for a moment and then steps back in, moves to the head of the table, behind him come a very angry, old and grizzled Hadozi, missing an eye. There's an eye patch over it, but it's just like a strip of leather wrapped around their head. And he kind of just wanders in, looks at you all appraisingly, and smiles. And he's missing most of his teeth, but he does take a seat at the table. Then comes some dogs, apparently. All I can hear in the background. Then comes two Aarakocra. They are...
Gary.
You're aware
Jonathan.
that like Aarakocra that you have seen previously on Toril tend to not so much have evolved, but bear resemblance to birds you've seen in the wild. These two bear resemblance to no birds you've ever seen in your entire life. And the colours of their plumage, and like all of the feathers, the colours around their eyes, and the colours of their beak it just shift from like bright purple to like an almost neon green. And they're definitely Aarakocra, but from what planet you have no idea. They walk in, they both kind of nod at you and take their place at the table. Following that, there is a Thrikeen representative who walks in. Seems entirely indifferent with regards to what's going on in the room. Takes a seat at the table. And after that, then an Artuk, the kind of plant species that was chasing Warwick, blast him off, kind of rolls in as its many limbs kind of carry it forward, and then sits as far away as it possibly can from the Thrikeen at the table. The final representative to make their way in then is it's strange. Most of you who grew up on Toril, and in fact those of you who were pretty much brand spanking new like a week before they rocked up to Spelljammer Academy, haven't had much experience with this race, but walking in, you see this incredibly skinny, gangly lizard folk. It has an incredibly thin, lanky body, but then as soon as it reaches the head, it's almost as if the lizard turns into a snake, and an impossibly long neck then ends in this very reptilian, kind of pinched reptilian face. And it's got like a sail going back down its neck. Looks around the room, takes you all in, looking at you as if you're its next meal, and then takes a seat at the table.
I think so.
Suck my cheeks in to look as thin as possible.
Clang, clang.
As they all kind of sit there, watching you, sitting around, not at the table, they appear to be waiting for you.
Oh, I'll wander over and sit down.
I believe this calls for drinks, and I make my way over, and I start kind of pouring drinks out of my backpack for different people,
Okay.
but trying to match them, like the drink to the species or the person. So, fortified wine, the mead that I created out of honey, standard like mead or whatever. So just basic array of drinks, but kind of trying to match back and forth.
Okay.
Don't know if you want me to roll insight or anything for that.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Sit down.
Guidance. Yeah, do it.
Thank you.
Tap you on the shoulder. As
Walking
your
behind
servant.
you like,
That is a 16.
16?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't go too badly as you present the drinks, taking in who they are. The Hadozi, very simple enough to serve for. Just kind of smiles at you as you do so and thanks you. The Artuk favors water, plant-based, not unexpected.
Yep.
The rest of them are slightly a bit more finicky, but they appear to be, if not pleased, they do not hate the choice you have made for them. Vokath abstains from your drink and has one brought by one of his gift guards who have now joined him in the room.
Gift guards.
Githa.
Gift cards, the Astral Space Network,
Card.
giving you cell reception anywhere in the Astral Sea.
Do you all
I
sit
would
at the table? Or?
awkwardly consult
Deserved
with the
more.
party to see if anyone's got water, because I don't. It's the one liquid I don't carry.
Okay.
Anyone
I
got water,
don't.
please?
I'll give
Probably
you a
have
water
some.
skin.
Yeah, I've got a skin.
Yeah. So I use that for plant-based creature thing.
Hi, folks. This is Captain Yaz, who is
Ding,
our illustrious leader.
yeah.
I don't have it set up, I'm sorry.
Are our two in you, by the way, Crux and Blastermouth?
No.
No, okay.
Our captain has a proposition for you.
Take it away, Captain.
yes. Yes, thank you. Hipply.
I step back behind the captain and stand ready.
I pull the chair out, like purposely dragging it along the floor, like.
Have you watched Men in Black recently?
Just gonna say.
No, I haven't actually, but I see the reference. I sit down on it. I ask if they'll remove that seal from the room because it's very noisy and distracting.
Captain, I think that was.
I think
you.
I'm about to be shot in the face. Evidently,
None of you
things have reached a critical point within the Xaryxian Empire. I understand that most of you are allied around this table, some of you potentially yet to be convinced.
We are not allied with the Artuk, says the three keen through their mandibles. And the Artuk kind of bristles. You see the plant almost come to life as it just bristles at the insult.
And that is heard. However, such petty squabbles pale in the comparison of what we just all witnessed. It is not possible for us all to claim to be mighty, powerful, when we are stood alone and yet all froze in the face of the armada that just came here at half of its strength.
The Hadozi clears their throat. Well, war is not something we long for, you see. However, we do understand the threat that the Xaryxian Empire poses. And also, we don't like bullies. We don't like people who throw their weight around. Displays of force. No, that was. However,
Let's see it.
we like many around this table, have seen quite a lot of hardship in recent times. Now, I've seen you in a fight. I'm there. I'm in. But, what can you offer the rest of them? The rest of them almost, you sense people kind of leaning forward.
Very much depends on what everybody else wants.
Rika. And the Hadozi looks at the Aarakocra. One of the Aarakocra kind of steps, or sits forward, sits up straight. Thank you. Take care. I have been at this a very long time. Very long time indeed. I worry that should the Xaryxian Empire become much more powerful, they will begin to strip more freedoms from us than they already have. We are greatly concerned with freedom. The freedom to spread our wings, as it were. We are concerned with a line of retreat. We are concerned with knowing more about the places we could go should we win or lose. We have not the navigational charts outside of this system for a way of very quickly making accurate ones.
I'll just give you as a nod, Captain.
Our navigator would be able to assist with that quite quickly.
And how? Little navigator.
I'll just look over to Captain Yaz and quizzically, should I? All cards on the table now.
Sorry, I nodded, just in case
Yeah.
the camera.
I'll take out the orrery.
Okay, so you take out the wild space orrery.
He takes out his areola at the table.
What is this?
It's a chart of the current wild space system.
Show us.
I'll show them.
You activate it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the only thing you haven't said. You just take out this metal ball and show them a metal ball.
Yeah.
Didn't
know if it just
instinctively they start headbutting it as they see their reflection.
Okay.
Jonathan, stop it.
The obviously Doom space just floods the table. A perfect map and representation of obviously the wild space system you're currently in. And as Rika reaches out to touch it, and their hands move through the planets. This is just the system. What about others?
Other
wild space systems.
Am I aware of any
as a reminder?
If you travel to that system,
It maps.
this will show you that system that you are currently in. It will track the movement of all suns, planets, moons, and comets within that system.
She looks. doesn't really move her head, but one of the eyes relatively on the side of her head, one of them just independently looks at her companion. He appears to nod. It is a worthy gift.
You see where we are.
We accept your gift. She reaches out a feathered hand.
Captain?
And forgive me. What is it that you are offering in return? I am obviously seeking all of us to survive the coming weeks. But that is something incredibly powerful and incredibly useful to my crew.
You will have the help of my ship and our faction in the coming battle.
Go on, Stats.
Deactivate it. I'll take a mental picture of our route and where we are and everything. My eidetic memory that I've just created.
Okay.
Deactivate it and reluctantly put it on the table in front of me.
Just waiting for the next faction to be like, we need a map of space cards. Give us that back. Right. Do you have parchment? Do you have parchment and pen?
Fang's going to mutter under his breath.
Do we have some
Coppola's not gonna be
maps
happy.
from Academy days? Because of Mr. Blips, Bing's quartermaster.
Not on you.
It's removed from my equipment.
Okay. She kind of sits back, looks at the Three Keen representative. I am Tkitka. I am Spelljammer on Vrusk.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
She just kind of looks at you all as if you should have heard of the ship. And
Have we heard
and
of
Have I
then,
heard of the ship?
and then
Is that a planet?
and then the Hadozi kind of coughs. Scorpion ship. And you remember that you did see a large scorpion ship kind of burst at the space station on approach.
Oh, that one's real cool.
Hmm.
I'd love to fly one of those one day.
We have need of supplies. We have found another form of sustenance. At the word sustenance, the Artuk bristles and looks ready to throw themselves across the table. We are not sustenance for you. You are plants. The Three Keen makes a shrugging motion. What can you offer us?
Well, there is a big crystalline plant growing.
Yes, do you know what? Forget this battle. You look hungry. There's a big crystal plant. Basically, hard candy floss. Sorry. So this is Tom not fully catching every word. So they want a different type of sustenance.
They need supplies.
What did we do with all the supplies that we found?
They're on the ship.
Refuge.
Oh, but the refugees. A long time you gave them to the refugees.
Yeah.
So that they'd have something to eat when you left them in the middle of space on the Rock of Brawl.
Well, that seems stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that.
Well, the princess is open to much more freedoms within the system. She's not nearly as oppressive. Should we succeed and put her on the throne rather than her less amenable brother, there will be much more systems to be able to find sustenance on. You won't be as oppressed.
You offer us empty promises of a possible future. Yes?
I believe it when she says.
We offer you more freedoms than you currently have, providing this battle survives, or alternatively, we could all potentially perish and you can face them by yourself when we are gone.
Roll.
If we win,
Hipley.
Ah,
Hipley.
roll Hipley.
Roll a roll a persuasion
He's not
check.
food.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage because Yaz helped.
I did.
I'm going to take the reroll. Because that was a nat 1 and a nat 7.
Of course. I mean, I was gonna say. I can't remember now. It's gone.
Do I need to buy another reroll in the chat? That didn't look like a convincing. Oh, this will go well.
If we don't win, you don't need the supplies.
Fair enough. Eat them. They shot at. They shot at my crew.
That's a 7.
Total. Okay.
Well, Tony.
For these,
That was the highest I rolled on 4 dice.
for these empty promises, we will not be joining you.
I'm going to whisper under my breath to the captain. I think you've got this. I should stay quiet.
What supplies do you need?
Food.
How much?
How much can you provide?
Personally, I ain't got any. I look over to Captain. All this time, you've wanted to be, the figurehead, and now you are.
What do you want it to be?
I believe I may be of some assistance. Vokath kind of pipes up.
Oh, thank God for Vokath.
I can, of course, if you do not have any supplies to offer Kitgar and their crew, sell you some. Or I will give it to Kitgar and their crew for compensation.
Go on.
Depending on the cost, that could be negotiated.
Would this cost us about 10,000 platinum? Or whatever we're winning.
No,
That's
that
a lot
is almost how much the repairs to my arena will cost.
Of course. That's
Which
Nicky
I
saying
really
that.
think you should bill the actual elves for rather than us. I mean, we didn't break it; they did.
They would not have arrived had you not.
I can fix it with time.
Captain, I do have these ration bars, about 15 days worth. If we can contribute that towards it, it's not a lot, but it's.
I'm not
The
going
start.
to look wildly hopeful, but I'm going to turn to the faction leader. How much food more than this do you require?
That would get you halfway there.
Okay, not that bad.
Interesting.
I was thinking more population.
I can.
I was also thinking
Bullshit.
population as well. I was
Yeah.
like, we can't feed a planet.
That's why I was
would.
thinking of spare planets.
I would perhaps be able to tell you the rest.
I'll throw another 10 down.
Well, 15 days worth of rations.
So we
I'll
need
chuck-
five more ration bars.
I'll chuck him 10 gold.
I can throw another 20 gold in.
Should cover it.
Vokath kind of swipes up the gold. That will suffice. I will have the rest of the supplies transported to your ship, Tigitgar.
Oops. That was the wrong way.
Yeah, I completely misunderstood the scale of the supplies I wanted.
Yeah.
I was thinking planets.
So their entire species fed.
No, just
Yeah.
just the ship.
Oh, well,
Get it
this, point
Okay.
to this guy here, he should do it.
It's just sorry, Tom, out of character. Can we assume that all of these are just the ship?
But, well,
Okay,
we'll just have to talk to them.
okay, let's go. So far, so good.
Who's
Roll
next?
a persuasion check with advantage, Tom.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and cast guidance.
What the hell are all my D20s? There they are. What does guidance do again? Do I
Is
get
it-
to
is it-
choose to use it? Or...
A D4.
Fucking swear to God, next time I run a campaign from session 1, I'm going to make sure people realize that guidance is a very visible spell.
It doesn't matter.
Not if you do it properly.
Persuasion, yes?
Yeah.
24.
24. Let's get
Um,
to
Is that with guidance?
That's without
Um,
guidance.
I'm humming the verbal section, and the somatic section, I'm kind of caressing my captain.
You got this, Captain. You
You
got
hear
this.
the captain thud the bottom of the table. No. Captain Yars, would you pass me that glass of water? Not right now!
Skitka nods at you. Come. Very well. You have my ship.
And my ox.
Because-
What about the
Ah.
crew?
So, let's see, Hadozi and the Freaking
And the Aarakocra.
and the Aarakocra. So, just the plant guys?
The Artuk kind of sits there.
Yeah, we've saved their lives. They'll be in.
You have two options. Challenge your new comrade to a duel to the death. Or wrestle me.
Are they saying this at me?
They're saying it at you all.
Wrestle.
Define wrestle.
The Artuk's kind of eye stalk kind of looks towards Vokath. Did I misspeak their language? No, they are from a backwater planet. He wants
wanna
you.
sign up.
He wants you to wrestle him.
Do we have to win?
Yes.
I have a +3 and advantage on athletics.
What? What are your terms for both options?
Make the challenge, or pin me 3 times.
Ooh, I accept.
You accept which?
What? Yeah. What? How do you win the wrestling contest?
Pin them 3 times.
Is it pin 3 times? So you've got to make them prone. He plays rolling his
That was
shoulders. Like, I've got this. I probably don't got this.
Yeah,
but-
this is going to be like, Hipley, are you sure?
No.
Do you need to rub my back again?
Very well, you accept. And the Arctic launches themselves across the table at you, Hipley. I would like you to make me an athletics check, please.
Yep.
Oh, do I have chances to do Quicken Spell on Hipley?
Nope.
Ah!
So that's a. So it's a check, not a save in it. Yeah, 13.
Okay. Let's have a look. 14.
Oh,
I expend 1 charge from my breastplate, not to be knocked prone.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So he tries to wrestle you to the floor, feels you kind of going, but you resist. Athletics check again.
I'm going to try and slam that one. Come on, dice, for fuck's sake. I'm changing dice.
Guidance.
Do you have to touch them for guidance?
Yeah.
They don't
no,
get
I just
guidance.
said it.
Nat 20.
I could bless.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Nice.
You
I mean,
do.
I could-
Against the Artuk's 8, you do manage to slam Voltush to the floor.
Bam!
You step away and they get back up. You engage again. Athletics check, please.
No. Come on, duck dice, you can do it again.
I could try and surreptitiously bless Hipley while this is happening.
16.
13. You manage to knock them prone once more.
Bam!
Go on, Hipley. Yes.
And again.
Hipley.
I rolled 2 13s then.
Nice.
Only a 13 this time.
That's a 21.
Breastplate.
Okay. Go. And again.
Eight.
15.
Breastplate.
Okay.
How many?
And again.
Nat 20.
17.
Bam!
So you do slam the Artuk to the floor once more.
I knew I was wearing that breastplate.
Go,
for something.
Hipley! Go, Hipley! Go, Hipley! Go,
Ripley's
Hipley!
flexing.
The Artuk kind of looks at you. Hipley,
I put my hand out to help him up.
roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
Well done, Hipley! Guidance. Well done,
Rubbing
Hipley.
the shoulders.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just realised I was holding 2 dice and I didn't know why.
And guidance.
Oh, fuck's sake. Guidance is not going to do anything. 5. How many? No, knocked it over. That wasn't showing that, I don't think.
You're concussed. It seems like they are less persuasive than they actually are.
My dice is
don't
on a
need
19,
to
but I'm sure
see.
it wasn't on that one. Yeah, it was. I had a 1 and a 2. 5.
You don't need to see their identification.
Persuasion is not my strong suit. Not like wrestling.
The Artuk just kind of looks at you. This is not enough.
Do you want 3 more rounds?
Yes. Give me a sec.
Ah,
Give me a sec.
do I have chance to cast something?
I'm just going to get such a holy water and just sprinkle it over Hipley's head. Just cool you down, Hipley, and
Like
bless.
Rocky. A little lion on eye.
And he's gonna
Everything will be
intelligence.
okay.
So that's a 20 as he kind of gazes at you now from quite close up.
Hmm.
Remove your armor.
Oh,
Remove my armor. It's just a plain breastplate. Right. Whew. I guess I'll take off my
I think
breastplate.
he wants to admire your body, Hipley.
You want to see my boobs?
Remove it.
I shall take off my.
Slowly.
Normally I can charge extra for that.
Let me help you with that.
Hate
Hipley.
music.
Bless, 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 bless.
Slay! Slay!
I reluctantly strip off my breastplate.
Okay.
Come on, dice, for fuck's sake.
Athletics check.
You're blessed for a minute.
Bless is D4, right?
Actually,
I'm pretty sure it is.
yeah, but it's unfortunately it's to an attack roll or a saving throw.
Grapple checks as attack throws, right?
No.
That's up to you. Okay. 16 for this one.
First one, you do manage to throw the Artok to the ground once more. You rolled an 8.
Bam! I bounced my boobies.
Okay. Second one.
Sit on them, Hipley.
Dirty 20.
23.
Ah!
Slams you to the
no.
ground.
18.
8.
Hmm.
There's 2 for you, 1
Go
for the
on,
Artok.
Hipley.
Again.
13.
16.
Ah!
Cool.
Ooh.
The Artok is
Hipley,
now
you've got this.
is now flexing.
There's a plan.
Crikey, look at it. Look at the stick.
22.
21.
This round would have been an epic struggle.
You slam the Artok to the ground once more. You are both breathing very heavily as you rise to your feet. The Artok does then rise without your aid.
Bounce my boobies again.
You have shown strength.
As have you.
We accept.
And
He
then
kind of rolls back over the table to take his seat.
I put my breastplate back on.
Hi, Finley.
That's the first time I've ever had to use my breastplate of strengthy stuff.
Is that
It
the
was-
technical term?
Yeah, certainly is.
It was used well.
Mm.
So, now that you have stripped my crew of supplies, navigation, some coin, and their clothes, are we perhaps in agreement and can persist with the preservation of our way of life?
There is a hiss from the
Oh, I missed one.
remaining
Serpent dude.
member of the remaining member of the
Bobby.
people you appear to have
Bobby.
ignored. He kind
Forgive
of
me.
looks at you all. We are acclimating to life in wild space. We have only recently found spell jamming technology. Our ship is damaged. We would have repairs done.
Start, put your hand down. Give it a second. Continue.
The repairs are costly.
And
We require funds or goods to sell for funds.
Or
you
we could just
accept-
help you repair.
Do you have a spare wasp ship leg?
So you're missing an entire ship, is what you're saying?
No, the leg.
The leg. Sorry, wasp ship leg. I
You
see.
did the cutting out thing again.
Are the wasp leg ships about 5 feet?
They
Yes,
are
ma'am.
not.
I could do 5 feet at a time.
No,
Do
you
you have
can mend something that is already there,
And make one.
unless you
Do
have
you-
fabricate.
which I do.
You have the spell fabricate.
I do. It's part of my domain.
Okay,
Wow.
you could probably.
However, I'd need a rest before I could use it. But I could. I was just about to say, if you have the raw materials, I could fabricate a new leg for your ship.
We have those materials. Roll a persuasion
Following.
check.
As our team's artificer, I can assist our navigator and forge master here.
Persuasion.
And I will oversee the construction myself.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Very well. It will take some days to assemble the fleet. You have
That's
10.
okay. Cool. I need to rest after 2 days' exertions to prepare myself to fabricate anyway.
The care looks at Vokath. You've got our strength, our numbers. Let us know when it's time to go. And all of the faction leaders rise almost as one. The three Keen and the Artuk staying away from each other, but they all flock out of the room. And Vokath just kind of looks at you all.
Yaz tries to stand up with them, but it's like a split second later, like awkwardly, like, "Oh." Okay. and sits back down.
I will also join your coalition. It seems your strength is not to be disregarded, and I would be remiss if I did not join what appeared to be the winning side in this.
Who did that?
Captain, do you think Mr. Volkov here has something to offer us in order to join the coalition?
2 hammerhead ships and 5 squid ships. That should suffice.
That's a wonderful question, Ook. Let's see if he has 2 hammerhead ships and 5 squid ships. That's oh, yes, it would appear so.
The Arakokra will bring you 5 Shrike ships, including their flagship, the Skira. The Artuks, 5 Lamprey ships, including the flagship, the Remora. The Hadozi will bring 3 space galleons, including their own much larger galleon, the Tarask. With my hammerheads and squid ships, the Surans will then bring 6 wasp ships once you have repaired the 6th, the Gadabout. The 3 Keen will bring their 4 scorpion ships, headed by the Vrosk.
We have a fleet.
Before we go any further, you seem like somebody with resources. Do you happen to have access to any self-loading weaponry for a Spelljammer?
Question: do I think I can infuse a ballista with replicating shot, I think it is.
Magic weapon.
Yeah, it's one of my magic weapons. I think it's
Yes,
replicating. Repeating shot.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Yes. I'll just like light bulb moment. Like, why have I never thought of this before? And I'll just kind of go.
Not now, Hipley. I'm asking an important question. It's hindered us several times at very important points in battle.
Yep. I'll stop and I'll just look at Verkaf and go. Thumbs up.
I would have thought, considering one of your crew is a self-confessed artificer, that they should be able to do what you ask.
I believe I can. It's weird how no one's asked me to do that before.
You see, he has his shoulders just go down.
It was like.
So, will you travel aboard one of their flagships, mine, or are you taking your own?
Commodore's
Yeah,
not
my
here,
own.
are they? Providing the Commodore is...
Suffice to say, the amount of time you've spent with Commodore Crux, there's no way he's staying out of this fight. So that ship is going regardless.
I think it's probably best that we stay on the Commodore's ship to ensure that they don't get overzealous and isolate themselves.
Oh, I really wanted to fly a Scorpion.
However, it's... I'm going to look at the DM's face as I say this, just in case it makes it too complicated. If crew members wish to hold a strategic position upon other flagships, it may be worth the risk of splitting the party. I'm assuming no, but being as Hipley said in my ear, they want to fly.
No, I will fly our ship. I think I should be with the party.
I assume the Armada will gather beforehand. Hipley, you can always have a quick test flight. That's good. Sorry, let me just change that entire answer. We will inspect the Armada. We will inspect our fleet before we fly and make a decision after that. To assess the strengths and weaknesses of each ship.
Once you have made your repairs to the gadabout, I will meet you with the rest of the fleet outside Xaryxis space in 10 days.
I'll stand up and offer an arm.
Lokath kind of just looks at your hand as if it's trash. No, thank you.
I cast prestidigitation on his hand. Clean it up.
We have reached an accord. I will see you in 10 days. And he leaves the room.
So can we have our winnings then?
He turns back. But you have them.
You said the cost of the repair was nearly, but not all.
Of course. But obviously there is outfitting 2 hammerhead ships, 5 squid ships, paying the crew for something outside of their normal remit, supplies obviously for the trip, overheads, you understand, of course. However, there was obviously the original bet. He puts down the bag you gave him originally and then leaves the room.
Okay.
Is it a bag of holding?
On the way out, I struck a statue.
It's worth more than a bag of holding.
You do see him kind of rush back in and just look at you.
Are you attuned to these? You're very astute.
You can leave.
No, it's a
No.
statue. It's not
Well,
just
you didn't say which way to go.
statue.
But okay, we'll come with you.
I'll come with you.
That door.
Oh, is that your bedroom?
No, this is the exit to my own private berth, where my ship is.
Here, please go into the toilet. Come on. Let's.
All right, we will see you when preparations are complete. Goodbye.
Okay. You
Wow,
make your way
peaceful.
then back out of Bocath's chamber. You are met by two gift guards. They stand you
Gift
on.
guard.
They stand you on the platform, and it lowers then into the lobby of the palace.
Alright.
You are allowed back towards the docks.
Did you say there was a market?
There is a market. There is a lot going on now as you step out into the docks. There is a lot more action now that everyone has flooded out of the arena, and it becomes very quickly clear to you that the factions have already kind of disseminated the information amongst their crews that they need to get their arse in gear. You can see things being loaded onto ships as the crews kind of run around like blue ass flies.
Arrows were 2 silver, now 5 gold.
As you walk back to your ship, you see like a collection of sirens, the kind of alien lizard creatures that you saw before. And standing before you is Zothes, the siren who you convinced. You small one, points at you, Stans.
Aye.
This is the ship. Points back behind you at the massive, beautifully crafted, in the shape of a wasp, ship. And you can see that it does only have like 2 legs on one side and 3 on the other. We will expect you tomorrow for repairs.
I will be there.
I'll come with you, Stats.
Thank you, Hipley.
As Hipley says that, Yaz will put like a hand on their shoulder and just be, make sure you keep an eye out and protect them, please.
I nod.
Okay.
And watch your own back at the same time. If you want more company, I think we can spare it.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
You make your way back to your ship.
Make it away.
Yeah?
The Neogi were using its hulk as bait, and we've flown right into their web.
Wrong button.
Checks Captain Saltel.
No. Got it. Flawless victory.
Hipley at least goes back to the ship.
As you get back to the ship, then, Crux is standing on deck with Warwick Blastomoth.
Commodore?
How'd it go?
We have a fleet.
Really?
Yep. Hammerheads, squids, wasps, scorpions.
Pending 1 repair, all factions are aligned temporarily.
Where you
I'd
put
spe-
it, don't sound like a fleet. Sounds like
A
menagerie. I knew I liked you. Point at you, Stats.
I had to wrestle a plant.
You wrestled an R2?
Mm-hmm.
Half naked.
No, it was just one of the potted plants.
Well, you had drink in there, huh?
Yeah. That aloe vera was looking at me funny.
Well, what's the plan?
They need time to prep. Quick repair job. And
I need to repair a leg.
We meet in 10 days
Where?
outside Xaryxis base.
We have a fleet, but we lost the princess.
How do we?
Oh
get
yeah,
there?
we don't know that, do we? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no offense, Yars, but no great loss. Just saying.
I think she has a plan.
can
Again, no offense, Yars, but she's a member of the Xaryxian royal family.
I heard you first time.
They always have a plan. Just never really good for common folk like us.
Understood. Yep, wonderful. Bobby, let's. No. Yars doesn't know that.
Not yet. Give me a chance.
Where are we meeting in 10 days?
Outside Xaryxian space.
How long you need to make the repairs to the wasp ship?
As long as I need to make the repairs to the wasp ship.
How does fabricate work?
I had it on there a minute ago.
it takes you one action to make a leg.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is what it says. Fucking weird that.
I know my spell.
You convert raw materials into products of the same material. That's how it works.
They have raw leg.
Use raw materials that you can see within range. You can fabricate a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube or 8 connected 5-foot cubes, given a sufficient quantity of raw material. If you are working with metal, stone, or another mineral substance, however, the fabricated object can be no longer than medium, contained within a single 5-foot cube. The quality of objects made by the spell is commensurate with the quality of the raw materials. And then some other stuff about armor and shit.
It is a
And
good
jewelry and
thing.
weapons.
It is a good thing the legs are segmented. I'll
Yeah,
put it
it
that
is, isn't
way.
it?
It is a
Yeah.
very good thing.
And also how long the leg is supposed to be.
And
How many
how
segments?
many times can you cast it?
It's a 4th level spell, so once a day.
Okay. Thinking of your own skills, then your own power. Looking across.
It's an innate spell.
Yeah.
It's one I always have prepared.
But looking across then at the wasp ship, which is about 50 feet away now, you're gonna need 3 days.
Oh, that's easy. It will take me about 3 days.
3
10
days.
minutes of work and 23 hours and 50 minutes of rest.
You need to recharge, not do anything for about 8 hours or so.
More like 6.
How long does it take to cast the spell?
10 minutes.
Well,
Sir,
I'm pretty sure you can do that in less than 3 days.
24 and a half hours.
You could do it in a full day, technically.
Yeah, but I've only got 1/4 level spell slot.
But you can as long as you do
6 hour rest.
nothing else.
6 hour rest.
Yes, but you only gain the benefit of a long rest once every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Unless the DM says otherwise.
Yeah, I was going to say, who gets to decide that?
That's fine. Whatever the DM says goes.
I believe our captain can give you some tips on meditation. I believe the elves do that stuff.
If I work out, train, and become a tough little robot, then maybe I will be able to cast it twice in one day. Who
What
knows?
we need is a montage.
Let me go box some frozen space hulks.
I can
We
give
can
you
wrestle.
2 days. Otherwise, we're not going to make that rendezvous.
Okay.
We can do that. I'll assist with the actual lifting and connecting, and you do the fabricating.
That sounds like a good idea, Hipley.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything for the next 2 days while you are stuck here? Or am I
Wanna-
going to do a montage?
Want to try and find some healing potions?
Okay.
I can do a montage.
So while
Montage. 50 gold. A training montage.
Well,
Take some of that
we've got-
100 platinum and
Yeah. I'll handle the bag of it to Fang.
Okay.
Spend as you will, Fang. I want something shiny, because I lost my shiny.
is anyone going with
You
Fang?
had something shiny? I have nothing shiny.
Anyone going with?
I will go
Fang.
with.
I had
I'll do with stats. So
I only had a wild space orrery, and now I just have night vision goggles and regular stuff.
Okay, so Fang and Ook are going
Yep.
shopping for healing potions, yes?
Yes.
check for
And
things that
while
go
we're
boom.
doing that,
we'll put things that
I'll
go
check
boom
for
as well,
things that go boom, but also stuff that will protect us a little bit, maybe, like any defensive items. Oh, me.
I'm gonna look for anyone that might have a new sword for sale.
Okay.
I might look for a shield.
I would like then everyone who's gone shopping to roll me a separate investigation check.
Ooh.
9.
25.
5.
Okay.
It's a good night for rolls tonight.
So, on the first day, it is incredibly busy. Anyone you find selling potions, or in fact, in particular for you as well, Fang, shields, has nothing. However, they do confirm that if you come back the next day, they may be able to throw something together for you. With the potions, they've got some brewing that aren't quite ready yet. The shield, there's a blacksmith currently making shields, but none are ready now. As you wander around though, Bobby, you do find weapons are much more plentiful than armor or potions. As you're looking around, most of the folks here, most of the pirates is a good descriptor, tend not to be heavily armored, but you can see all of them are kind of bristling with weapons. Like, the majority of them have more than one sword strapped to them, more daggers than they could possibly hold in all of their limbs. However, you do see a Hadozi with kind of daggers strapped to them, enough for each hand, and then as they walk past you, you notice that they have a dagger kind of held in their tail. However, you do find a sword merchant, and it is a Hadozi. Hello? What are you looking for?
Hi there. I'm in the market for something a bit better than my current stabbing implement, should we say. I've currently got a very nice rapier, but I'm looking for something a bit better.
All right. Let's see. When you say you have a very nice rapier, what kind of rapier do you currently have?
+1.
+1 rapier. Okay.
You do have shinies.
Look. The Hadozi is literally, as he's looking through his swords, humming "How much is that doggy in the window?" To himself. Let's have a look. I can do you a deal.
Okay. What you got? Lay it on me.
I've got this very fine rapier here. A little bit more stabby than yours. It's a sec. 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
I rolled a 1 on a d10.
Yeah.
There was a chance it could have been a lot more.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. 3,000 gold. It was 2d10, I apologize.
Wow. This must be very, very special.
This is a very rare magical item.
What's it do?
Stabs people better than yours.
That's a little bit steep for my pocket.
How much can you afford?
Nowhere near that, I'm afraid.
Name a price.
I mean, including trade, what would you trade in for my?
Oh, well.
How much?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Can I?
Certainly. I'll tap it from my belt.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's a dirty 20.
I will. $600 gold.
Okay, with that, I would have around about 800. As I say, I'm well short what you would require. So,
For that much, I can offer you, and he looks around, finest weapon I would have at my disposal. And he looks around and lifts your rapier up off the desk.
I do like a person with a sense of humor as well.
If you find more riches, come back.
Certainly, I mean, I don't suppose there's anyone else in this town that does as fine quality weaponry as you do.
Finer probably, but not cheaper.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I mean, what you've got here is pretty fine. But thank you anyway.
Thank you. Pleasure not doing business with you, I suppose.
Yeah, I apologise.
No apologies needed. No skin off my nose. I'll sell it to someone.
No, good luck to you.
And to you.
I'll walk out thinking, it's delusional.
On the second day, then, after much running around trying to fabricate the new wasp leg, I would like anyone who wants to go out again to search for bits and pieces to roll me an investigation check.
Oh, that's better. Investigation.
Just doing it in layers, millimeter by
21.
millimeter.
21.
5. It was a different dice as well. Just pointing that out.
Okay.
17.
Okay, Yaz, what are you looking for?
Somebody gambling a bag of holding.
Okay. Oh, so you would like to gamble?
I'm looking to either win coin or magical items.
Okay.
I will go with you on this.
Okay. Right. So.
I feel like I'm about to massively regret it because I can feel the power of a spreadsheet loading.
Oh, it's already loaded. Okay, so potion of healing.
Whilst we're walking, Bobby, if we get near to those, oh, bugger me, what's the name of the birds again?
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra, thank you. If you happen to get near to their ship at any point and there's an opportune moment, it would be quite nice to get Stats's map back.
I can certainly try.
Fucking pirates.
Take a moment, though, because we don't want to endanger what it is that we're doing in the grand scheme of things, but...
I will say that with your investigation check, you do quickly determine that they're gone.
Oh, I don't mean today.
Oh, okay.
You know, we've got the pre-battle, during battle, after battle.
Fine. Okay.
Just a little, just planting that seed early.
Captain, when we finish what we're doing here and we get back to the ship, I'd like to speak to you and the Commodore. After the battle in the arena, just before the princess decided to go with her brother, she gave me a message, and well,
is there anybody close to us? Can we see anybody listening?
Oh, like
I'm really.
There's a very large crowd of people near you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm just whispering this.
Okay. Let's cover this in private quarters on the ship. I don't think I've said private quarters in my entire life, but
I will join you in your private quarters.
Before that, though, I will say, obviously because of Fang's role, wandering around with Ook, trying to, keep Ook's attention on point, because Ook is distracted by everything going on around them and doesn't see shit. You do eventually find your way back to a reputable blacksmith and a reputable alchemist from the day before, who now have potions and a shield to sell you. I'm not going to roleplay this because too many options. So, for... When this decides it wants to work, there we are. Okay. For all they have are potions, regular potions of healing, and they got about 6 potions of regular healing, 3 potions of greater healing, and 1 potion of superior healing. So 2d4 plus 2, 4d4 plus 4, or 8d4 plus 8.
What's the pricing on them?
The potions of standard, the standard potions of healing are $30 gold each.
Okay.
The greater what did I say it was? There we go. 200 gold each.
Okay.
And the what did I say it was? Superior?
Yeah.
Yeah, the superior is 1,000 gold.
Let me just do some maths.
Snap their hands off, they're fairly cheap.
So we'll probably definitely take all the regulars.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely take all the regulars.
Okay.
So what was that? That'll be 180 gold. So what's that? 18 platinum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take that off. And take the graters as well.
So all the regulars and the graters, yeah?
Yeah. So that'll be another 60 platinum to come off in it.
Hmm.
Oh.
These are all purely for Fang.
Go. That's that. Can't afford the superior.
Okay. And the shield.
Mm-hmm.
You've got two options. There is a +1 shield, which is 200 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Or a +3 shield. Oh, hang on. They've got that wrong. Yep. There's a +1 shield, which is 200 gold. There's a +3 shield. Sorry, +2 shield, which is 1,000 gold.
Okay. Definitely can't afford the +2.
Okay.
So how much would he give me for my short sword +1?
For the short sword +1.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a moment. So that's an uncommon item.
Clearly 200 gold, I think.
Roll me a persuasion check.
No, not very good. 8.
200 gold.
I will trade that in for the shield then.
Cool. So you trade in your short sword, and you get a +1 shield.
There we go. Yeah, I'm fed up of getting hit so much.
Go. Yaz. As you wander
Yes.
around, what were you looking for again?
Gambling.
Gambling.
Ideally magic items, preferably a bag of holding, if not money.
Okay. All right.
Having just noticed it, I'd just like to say I'm a huge fan of your T-shirt, by the way.
What, the Star Wars one?
Yeah, I just saw Jabba kind of like just peering over like an angry little dwarf.
Okay. All right. You do find a couple of gambling things going on as the crews are parting. They are throwing money and goods into the pot just to see what they're like the most they can possibly get just before they go into battle. You have a choice. You've got a low stakes dice game or a high stakes game of 3 Dragon Entity. Low stakes, we're talking money. High stakes is magic items.
I have 50 gold.
And you've got 50 gold.
Magic item. Best I've got is my cloak of protection.
Okay. What would you like to do?
You cannot bet that.
So you've got dice game. And what was the other one? Sorry.
Dice game for money, or 3 Dragon Entity. Poker, basically. For magic items.
I'm from high class, sir. We play cards.
Captain, perhaps you should let me play this one because I am quite quick of hand.
You cannot bet your cloak. I'm not there, but I am not there.
So you're going to bet your cloak?
Sit. If you wish to sit in, Bobby, I won't stop you. No, I'm going to bet my goggles of night, actually.
Okay.
What do they do?
Give you
Nothing,
night vision.
as I'm an elf.
Exactly my point.
So you put into the pot a magic item that Bobby was until now unaware that you had.
A
Okay.
gift from Spelljammer. I picked from the wrong pile the moment overcame me. Anyway, onwards.
So the cards are dealt. I need to do. Give me a second. Because I wanna. I need some dice. I don't have as fancy a dice bag as Amelia. Mine's just chock full of dice. And I guarantee all of the D10s have fallen to the bottom.
It's all right. I'll roll them.
No, you're good.
You don't have one of them?
No. That's the one I wanted, but it's sold out.
Why not? Everyone's got one of them.
You don't have one. You don't have one of them ones either.
Yeah, I got a couple of them, but that's tiny. That's not going to fit the amount of dice I've got.
What about one of them?
No, I've got one of them.
It's got the wrong brand on it though.
Well, yeah, as recent news suggests, definitely, actually.
Yeah.
Right, give me a second. There we go. So, D10s.
At least mine don't have their logo on it.
Okay. Okay.
I know some people that can do this.
As you are playing cards, then, as you're looking around, trying to size up your opponents, I'd like you to make me an insight check.
Me or
cheaters.
I need it to be yards. 14. Okay. You feel, having observed many, many people of many different races in your travels in your lifetime, that you can probably guess the tells of the Hadozi and the Three Keen and the Arakokra you're currently playing with. You reckon you've sized them up quite well. However, now it's your turn to obviously try and convince them that you've got a better hand than you have, because you decidedly, as you look at the Three Dragon anti-hand that you have not got a very good hand. I would like you to make me a deception check.
Do we have any rerolls?
we have one.
Got one.
Do I get it at advantage because I'm proficient?
No, that's just your score.
That's a pity. Oh, 17 with the reroll.
17, okay. The smug grin you have on your face looks convincing enough that two of the players immediately fold. There is one player left. He does not seem convinced by this. And as you look at the pot, there is currently your goggles of night. There is a very fine-looking rapier. There is an incredibly beautifully decorated staff. And a bag.
Fuck off.
A bag, you say?
The Aarakocra, who's left, reaches into his pocket. And he pulls out a mace. places it down.
No. No.
Places it down in the pot in front of you.
You feel the presence of a spiritual stats on your shoulder, willing you guidance.
What would you like to do? He's raising you.
I'll raise you up.
Am I allowed to talk with Yars?
Are you allowed to confer with Yars? There doesn't appear to be anyone conferring with Aarakocra. You can see. You can try it and see how it affects. What the Aarakocra. I think while you're deciding whether you want to speak to Yaz has just put his cloak in the pot.
I was going to offer him my +1 rapier, but...
Okay. As you place your cloak down then...
Sorry, does it have to be magic items?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine's not magic.
As you place your cloak down...
Sorry, because when you said the +1, I was like, oh my god, I've got 2 daggers. They can have them.
No, the +1 is a magic item.
Was it classed as magical? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's +1.
I would like
Okay,
you
sorry.
to make me, as you place it down and stare him down, I'd like you to make me an intimidation check.
Oh, can I use my thing as well?
What thing?
That's not a magic item.
Can I thud the bottom of the table again? Can I? Where's the cause fear thing? Oh, they can become charmed or frightened.
Frightful presence.
Well, that's quite intimidating.
So intimidation check was 8, but I'd like to use my Fey presence to actually scare the shit out of them.
Okay. Strangely enough, didn't need to use your Fey presence. Because the DC... The DCs for gambling.
7.
The DCs for gambling are determined by 5 plus 2d10.
You rolled 2 1s.
And I rolled 2 1s. For that DC. The other ones, you only beat by 1. As well. Even the higher ones. Right? You only beat by 1. So you've only beaten this one by 1. However, as he is convinced you've got a better hand than him, you see his eyes go wide as your Fey presence activates. And he starts to scramble against his better judgment to try and get away from the table, but also stay there. And after a moment, just folds his cards and just gets up and moves away as quickly as he possibly can from you. Leaving you alone with the full pot of all of the magical items.
What's the crowd do? Well, sorry, is who's watching the game and what are they doing?
There are quite a few people standing around you, and they're like, "Wee, show us your cards, show us, come on!" You gonna show the crowd your cards?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So you just put them down immediately, shuffle them in with all the other cards so no one can see what hand you had. And you gather up the magical items.
Damn right I do.
You have your goggles of night back, your cloak of protection, your cloak of protection. You also have, and you can add these to your character sheet now, if you want to, or confirm that someone else can have them, if so. You have a bag of holding. You have a sorry, a +1 mace.
You can have it stats. Just put it in your inventory. We'll roleplay it in a second.
You have a +2 quarterstaff.
Does anyone use a quarterstaff?
Uh,
No, I mean like other than me. Sorry.
our Hodozi friend.
Oh. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
You've got a +2 rapier.
Just hand it straight to Bobby. Bobby, you're there.
Excellent. Thank you, Captain.
Was there something else in there?
Yeah. Mace.
No,
No,
there's
that's
+1 mace.
Mace,
+2
bag.
rapier, +2 quarterstaff.
There's a
Bag.
minigun, wasn't there?
I think
Yeah,
it
but it's
was,
broken.
That's fine. We've got an artifice.
No, it's broken. It just dissolves into dust when you pick it up.
I think there was a deck of cards. I heard. I think.
No, apart from the deck of cards, which someone gathers up and takes away. But yeah, you've got all your items.
I'm lost, so I'm taking my deck of cards home.
And as you all get back to the ship from your plentiful day of gambling and... Sorry.
Did we find anything explosive for Hipley? Anything that goes boom?
Not
I think
really.
Diet.
wasn't there like a clay putty kind of put in with the magical items?
Unfortunately not.
That's a pity.
No, there's nothing explosive.
What about something shiny for stats?
When you said that, I just thought of Power Rangers then.
You didn't find anything shiny for stats, but I'm
Currently,
pretty sure that Yars did. However, as you get back to the ship, stats, Hipley, you have finished then with your repairs, and
3D printing.
with nothing else to do, the ship is ready to set sail back into the Astral Sea. Yep.
I just wanted to take Fang aside for 1 second. I believe your stone may need recharging with a spell.
Yes. Put the same one in, I say.
Boom, done. Prayer of Healing, level 3 spell.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Mending, I think it was actually, was it? No,
On the way back. Oh God, sorry. On the way back, I'll
Aura of Vitality.
call into that Hodozi weapon shop. Do you still want to buy my rapier for 600?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll handle with a +1.
Well, hang on. Supply and demand. 500.
Excuse me, my good man. I'm looking for a rapier +1. I don't suppose you have.
Yeah, 800.
Really? Is
What?
it possible to see it first?
One moment, please. Do we have a deal? And he looks at you, Bobby.
Nah, I still got to stick at 600.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Hands you the 600 gold. Unfortunately, I was wrong with my first price. It's going to have to be 850.
I see. Is it possible for me to try it out quickly?
Ooh.
So
And
pick it up.
he kind of looks at you and like just gestures up and down. Can you use one of these?
Well, evidently not, and I leave.
Okay.
And as we get outside, I'll just fist bump.
Yaz just grabs it and shakes it. Yes.
As the ship then makes its way back into the Astral Sea,
Make it this way.
we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. But as always, if you have to, bring someone back and add them to our viewership. However,
Only 4.
while you're on break,
Followers have gold.
Oh! Oh!
I would like everyone to level up and roll their hit points, please.
No.
Just gonna say, guys, each take one regular potion and
We'll do this on the break. We'll be back
open
in a bit.
Barbie. Oh, sorry.
Back in a bit. Hello! We're
Hello.
back. Part 2 of episode 11 of the Light Xaryxis Spelljammer Hot Shots Part 2. Yes. Where we left off, you had formed your coalition after losing some items, having a very weird wrestling match, and you gambled quite well, purchased some items, you won some more, you fixed the ship, and now you are on your way from Vokath's arena, or Vokath's space station, back out of Doom Space into the Astral Sea. And a few hours then, after you return to the Astral Sea, the silvery fog catches the light of distant stars and coalesces into clouds that vaguely resemble faces as inscrutable as they are enormous. Perhaps these are the visages of gods watching over you, or perhaps they were merely figments of the astral plane, stray thoughts given form. None of that matters, however, as a distant roar draws your attention to one of the cloudy visages, from whose mouth emerges a large red dragon. Riding the dragon is a knight clad in golden armor, their face hidden behind a fearsome visor shaped like a dragon's scowling visage. Whoever wrote this paragraph in the source book, I must say, needs to use one of those online thesauruses. Type in the word visage and just pick any other fucking. Hang on. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. 4 times in 3 sentences is the word visage.
Just
Today we get the sense
it's
of.
so much easier.
So, as the dragon begins to fly towards you, then, what would you like to do?
Can you describe its visage to me?
I can. It's big and red. It is familiar to you, at least those of you who grew up on Toril. The dragon is very familiar to you from stories, from books, from paintings. This is
My God, it's Pete's dragon.
This is a red dragon. This is the top of the chromatic dragon food chain. This is a fire-breathing red dragon.
Yeah, Pete's dragon was green.
Don't recognise the person riding the dragon, do we?
You do not.
Hail,
Actually,
adventurer.
roll a perception check.
Everyone?
Whoever is looking.
18.
18.
Would I be in the
18.
Spelljammer chair?
You would be.
Not better than 18. So no
Can I sense or see within the chair?
23.
3.
15.
15.
Same.
15.
9.
9.
Oh,
Okay.
11.
Okay. For those of you who rolled 18 and above, while you do not recognize the knight riding on the back of the dragon, you do recognize the armor they're wearing. This knight is much larger. As they get closer, you do notice that it has a much more, much curvier physique. But the armor is recognizable. The last time you saw an armored figure like this, they were on the back of a space shark, trying to convince you to give up a member of your crew when you were flying the stolen tyrant vessel.
Oh,
that person worked for Vokath, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that person worked for Vokath. So, is it safe to assume this person works for Vokath?
It is,
There we go. Cool.
if you want to.
Oh.
Oh, we lost someone.
Bye, Ook. Ook's floating off into space.
Looks like Red Dragon. I'm off.
Lost the nuke.
Ook was practicing their drunken master too close to the edge of the ship again.
We've lost an ook. We'll get an ook back in a minute.
Hadozi overboard!
I hope we'll get an ook back in a minute.
We'll have to get him on way back. I'm not turning round.
Oh, there we go.
Should we wait for an ook?
I'm
Stats,
ook.
throw the emergency banana boat overboard.
I'm ook.
Clarky half smirked at that. I'm counting that as a win.
Where has ook gone?
Where has our dozy
Where
gone?
has
silveriness.
our dozy gone? Where could he be?
Hey,
Dozy!
We have an ook. Everyone's in the wrong place at the minute, but as soon as the camera turns back on, that'll be fixed. So, you back?
I
Are
don't
you back
know
in?
what you mean.
I am, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
WB.
You turned your camera on.
Hang on. Well, there we go.
Buffering. Please hold.
Yes. There we go. Right. So, as then the dragon comes within maybe 30 feet of the side of the ship, it slows to a hover. And the armored light lifts the visor, and you can see the stern visage of a female Githyanki. I am Dagaz, a knight of Tunarath. By order of Lakith, the Undying, Queen of the Astral Sea, I declare you are guilty of the crime of trespassing. As your punishment, it is my solemn duty to decapitate your captain. So which of you dung-eaters commands this barge?
points at yard.
Does everyone point at Yaz?
I'm
Forgive
abstaining.
my
You can see Commodore Crux standing on the deck as well, also kind of pointing at Yaz.
If Hippo can hear this in the chair through the senses, they snigger.
Okay. And then all you could hear is Garganhalt in the background going, oh, "Hang on, I think I have the answer to your question." Captain Yaz! As your hat starts going off.
I'm gonna bang on the roof and shout, "Hang on, in Garganhalter, Captain."
Shouts down, "You cannot be a captain without a ship, yeah?" After a beat, the knight then smirks and her features soften. "A bad joke on my part. I wish you swift passage through Her Majesty's realm. My dragon and I are hunting mind flayers. Have you seen
hunting
any?
what?
Mind flayers.
flayers.
That's Flayer Nautilus.
That was very quiet.
That's Mind Flayer Nautilus.
That's better. Have you seen any?
Not
Yes.
for a while.
In a
Oh,
long time.
yes.
Not near here.
I believe that Prince dude's got some.
Forgive
not
me
that.
for asking, but you said Queen. So you served the princess?
No, Blacketh, the Undying, Queen of the Astral Sea.
Forgive me, I misheard you. Anyway, onwards. Good luck with your hunting.
No, you
Should
said
we-
you had not seen any mind flayers in a while.
Correct.
When did you?
Correct. In
We
the past.
We saw the result of. Yes,
we
it was the
saw
result of.
a mind flayer nautiloid that had been purged.
And where was this? You will be surprised how
Uh,
much information can be garnered from a derelict nautiloid.
It was, and I'll tell them where it was.
Can't remember.
No.
It was in.
It was in an
It
asteroid.
was when we went for the
field
asteroids.
somewhere.
It was in.
It was
Yeah.
It was in
just before
realm.
we met the It was just before we met the lighthouse lady.
It was in realm space. In fact, somewhere in between Toril and the Rock of Bral.
Akatha. I think.
Hakatha was the planet that you took the
Yeah, and it
adamantine
was-
The Happy
meteorite
Behold.
from.
It was in orbit of Hakatha.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've got a fucking note taker. Good on you.
Okay.
Because mine are shit.
Very well. Thank you for the information. Might I inquire, as I police the astral sea, where you are going?
Well, we are hunting astral elves. You wouldn't happen to have, and I'm kind of like side-eyeing our captain. You wouldn't happen to have seen an armada or a fleet of astral elf ships passing by?
Accompanied with a solar dragon.
Hmm.
I would not, but if they were accompanied by a solar dragon, you are looking for the Imperial family, yes?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You are on your way to the Xaryxian Empire.
Yes.
Who said that?
What is left
Excellent.
of it?
The dragon, she kicks the dragon's side and it flies in closer until she's only about 10 feet away. Catch. She throws you a flask, a clear glass flask. Who is going to attempt to catch it?
I will.
Ook.
Me.
Okay.
Whoever it was thrown at.
Ook.
Mhm.
Roll me a dexterity check, please. Or acrobatics.
We'll go with Dex, I think. Oh, it's the same. That's 16.
16. You do leap up in the air, catch it, land gracefully.
Nice.
Apply that to your weapon when the time is right. You will find your blades much sharper for a time.
What is this you've given us?
It is an oil of sharpness. I thought my description of it would suffice, but apparently not.
But
However-
who doesn't use blades.
Then give it to someone who does.
Yeah.
But please, when you use it, give the Xaryxian Emperor mine and my queen's regards.
With pleasure.
Away, Drog! And the dragon smiles at you. You see a lick of flame come out of its mouth. And it turns and wheels away. From what you can guess in all your travels is straight line. Straight towards realm space. Your home.
I'd like to gently smack Ook on the back of the head and go, hunting astral elves.
It's the terminology she used. I thought, it would help understanding.
Mm. Slight smile, walk off.
I want a dragon.
Thanks, Captain.
I will build you a dragon.
I'll pass whatever I've caught to Bobby or Fang, whoever's nearer.
Or Bobby.
Okay.
So, you make your way through then the astral sea.
So much louder now, sorry.
It's okay.
Ah.
It does take
Oh.
you a few days. Takes you about a week to get there. But you do start to see then. What would you like to do during your
I
travel? Is there
did want
anything?
to talk to the captain and
Yes. Go ahead.
captain, if you've got some time, we did say we would like to chat about Princess Adali and what she said.
I did, didn't I? Did you want the Commodore to accompany us, or?
Yes, because it could be quite important.
Okay. I have something that I would also like to discuss with somebody as well. So let's do two birds with one stone. Stats, would you accompany us below deck at the same time, please?
Yes, Captain, my Captain. Clang.
Stats.
So you all congregate. What's all this about?
Captain, if you would like to go first with what you need to say stats about, or would you like me to go first?
It was more of a quick check-in. Bobby, you have probably the best, I think the phrase is empathy amongst the crew. So stats, I've noticed in a couple of our recent encounters that you have persistently cried help. And it is unlike you that happens. So how do I put this? This is management checking in with the crew with relevant personnel present. And are you okay? And is there anything that we can do to make your work-life balance here much more tolerable away from astral sharks?
Keep them away from me, please.
Is there something that happened in the past that's
I
affecting
don't
you so?
fully remember, but I know they are good for me.
Is there anything that we can do that could help you remember so we can help overcome this?
I'm not sure.
Perhaps
I can't recall.
Yeah, do you know anything?
Can I insight as to whether or not they can't recall or just don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's actually not bad. I was about to say, never mind. 19.
Okay. Stats roll persuasion or deception, depending on whether you're telling the truth or you just don't want to talk about it.
It's a 10.
Are you telling the truth or don't you want to talk about it?
Most of column A. A little of column B.
And that's what you get, yes.
I understand not wanting to share a large part of one's past, but you're an important member of this crew, Stats.
On you saying that, you'll notice me go a little bit sort of quieter about past.
Okay. You're an important part of this crew, Stats, and
Sort of.
when you're ready to talk about it, he says, talking over him.
Yeah. It might be worth talking to my creator to see what insight they can provide.
Then,
Do you know who your creator was and where we could find them?
Surprise! It's Hippler.
No, it's not really. Yes, they were the ones who sent me to Spelljammer Academy. But that is not something we need to worry about now. We have a mission.
Am I allowed to do another insight?
Yeah.
Is that an overriding? We don't need to worry about that now, or is it just a? We don't need to worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Do your insight check.
Do you understand what I'm asking?
I understand what you're asking you.
Do your insight check.
What a fucking waste. That is a natural 20, so 24.
That's a natural 10, so not as good as 24. That's a deflect.
Oh! No, I feel I must press this matter a little bit, Stats. Do you know who your creator is?
Yes,
Who is your creator?
it's the person who created me. It was the gnome tinker who resides on a planet not far from Toril. Or moon or something. I don't know, astral space around that area that well. That's literally me being like, yeah.
No, that's fine.
Well,
I don't-
until then, we'll do everything we can to keep you safe from any sharks that will or may appear again.
I don't know why, but no. No. Help. No! Yeah. Mission. We have a mission.
What's your mission
Bobby.
stats?
Sorry?
What's
Captain?
your mission stats? What is
The
your
cruise.
purpose?
My purpose is to learn and to forge and to be a good help.
Be a good help.
Yeah, I just stumbled over my words.
Anything else? Or
I feel like we have covered maybe one base here.
yeah.
Bobby,
Speaking
forgive
of
me.
which, did I pick up on anything when Bobby went quiet? Talking of the past, or was I too distracted with my own? Map.
I'd say you were probably too distracted.
Yeah. Oops, shit.
Bobby, forgive me. I felt that we needed to cover that off, and
That's okay. It's something we can keep an eye on in the future.
Am I
And it-
finished here, Captain?
if you want to go stats, you can. Don't worry. Close the door. Created in a lab, but born in a barn. That boy. Sorry, that's definitely not a Yars thing.
Okay. As I mentioned to you before we departed, just before Princess Zadali decided to agree to go with her brother, she gave me a message, and oh God, I can't remember what it was, and I didn't write it down.
Ring in the sand.
And yeah, it was that she dropped her ring in the sand, not the sun. And
I need you to ring my son and tell him that I have been kidnapped.
Ring my son and tell him I won't be home for dinner.
You will need my ring to save your world.
Mhm.
Dropped it in the sand. Keep it safe. I'll be waiting for you in Xaryxis space.
Keep it
Secret.
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 Keep it safe.
You bunch of fucking nerds.
Come on, you set that up.
Don't tempt me, Flodo. Don't wave that tiny, tight ring at me. Do not tempt me. Oh,
It's been called up before.
Back in the room.
I will relay that because it's gone again out my head often because of that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Forgive me, Bobby. You wanted to discuss something about something that happened with Princess Sadali before she was taken.
Yes. She gave me a message saying that she had dropped her ring in the sand, which I recovered. And said we could use this to save our planet, and that she will be waiting for us in Xaryxian space, and I'm to keep this safe. She must have a plan. And I was just looking when the Xaryxians arrived, there was only half their fleet. Perhaps that is all that the prince has control of. Perhaps she still has allies that would be willing to turn to our side when we turn up.
The ring itself, as you take it out of your pocket, is made of a jet black metal. It has one large square gem as its centerpiece, which, as you look into it, originally looks to be like a very dark blue purple. But the further you look into it, the more you can see, almost as if you're staring at a moving picture of like a galaxy or a nebula. Very much like the picture behind Tom. It is then surrounded by smaller gems that are very, very similar, but it does glow with a very obvious magical energy.
I might actually see if we could get maybe Hipley to identify this fully to see what it can do and how it could help us.
Sounds like a good idea. You say the princess obviously has a plan. The princess is obviously very trusting as well, because that's irritating because I'm now going to look at that. I shouldn't have looked at chat. What stops us from just going and saving Toriel?
Probably how. That ring might be the key to saving your world and taking down the Xaryxian Empire, but you got any idea how?
We may not be able to wield it.
Do I have any idea how?
You don't know what the ring is. You do, however, know that you know that the Xaryxian royal family wear these rings. They are made for them, and only for them. And it has been rumored that they have great magical powers. That's how they summon or control the solar dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how much of the rumors are truth, what is false.
I'm gonna get my.
I think Bobby just hit on the same note as I did at the same time. I see. Commodore, you're right.
Probably get young Hipley to have a look. Hey, Stats.
Stats.
I went. Yeah,
have you gone? You go, go.
that's-
Okay, sorry.
No, I went.
Oh, he's gone. I was just thinking, perhaps he's gone. I have some insight, but Hibley's only through that door there. Perhaps we should get them in on this.
Yeah, I'll.
Let's knock up Hipley and
By the way, Hipley, with the sense of the ship that you have, you've heard this entire conversation.
Uh-huh.
Almost as if you were in the room with them.
As I feel them coming to the door and stuff, I will act like I wasn't listening, and I'll be in the seat going da 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 da. I miss you. Da 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 da.
Hipley, can we borrow you for a few seconds if you're not too busy?
Sure.
As you come back into the room, I'll show you the ring and explain the story of what happened and how we got it. Would you be able to identify this for us to see what it can do?
It's definitely a ring, but I will cast Identify.
Okay.
And I'll look through it like Tom Bombadil.
Okay.
Chairman, not that. I could have done that.
As the spell takes hold, then, you discover that you are holding a ring of shooting stars. It's a very rare magical item and does require attunement. While wearing the ring in dim light or darkness, you can cast dancing lights and light from the ring at will, though casting either spell does require an action. It has 6 charges and regains 1d6 charges, expended charges daily at dawn. With 1 charge, you can cast Fairy Fire as an action. 2 charges, you can cast Ball Lightning. You create 1 to 4 3-foot diameter spheres of lightning. The more spheres you create, the less powerful each sphere is individually. Each sphere appears in an unoccupied space you can see within 120 feet of you, and it lasts as long as you concentrate, up to 1 minute. Each sphere sheds dim light within a 30-foot radius. As a bonus action, you can move each sphere up to 30 feet, but no further than 120 feet away from you. When a creature other than you comes within 5 feet of a sphere, the sphere discharges lightning at that creature and disappears. The creature must make a DC 15 dex save. On a failed save, the creature takes lightning damage based on the number you have created. So if you create 4, it's 2d4, 3, 2d6, 2, 5d4, and if you only use 1 sphere, it's 4d12 damage. Shooting stars. You can expend 1 to 3 charges as an action. For every charge you expend, you launch a glowing mote of light from the ring at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from that point is showered in sparks and must make a DC 15 dex save, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. However, the spell that you cast does probe a little deeper. And there is almost a... There's a pattern recognition. A facet of the ring that does not activate while you are holding it. And you get the sense from the spell that a true-blooded astral elf can use the ring to summon a young solar dragon that is at the command of the wearer and must obey all of their commands as they ride it.
Nice. I tell Bobby all this.
Wow, and this ring can do all that? That's impressive.
Yep. It's a good job I'm full-blooded. I'm kidding.
But I still don't understand how that could be used to save our planet, or... I mean, a young solar dragon. It's incredible, but how would it affect the the crystal vines that just spread.
Maybe solar dragons can interact. Maybe they feed on them, or maybe it's just a symbol of power as well.
Yaz, roll me a nature check with advantage.
Maybe it's like the Free Keen and the plant guys. The solar dragons are natural.
I don't know why I rolled a second one. The first one was a natural 20.
Okay.
So 22 in total.
Xaryxis, the star that shines at the center of the Xaryxian Empire, or the Xaryxis space, if you will. The star, in fact, that has the line of energy tethered to Toril as it feeds from the planet you have now adopted as your home, is said to be the birthplace of solar dragons. It is not just a star, it is also a nursery where solar dragons are born from out into the astral sea. If this star, if this ring then commands solar dragons, some of the strongest dragons there are that no one can control, then it may be that this ring is linked inherently to Xaryxis. And you're going to give that information to... Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
It's my Shooting Stars club singer impression.
Well,
So who's going to wear the ring then? Which one of us is a full-blooded astral?
I think there's only one person we can entrust this to.
Stats.
Captain, do not lose this. I was told to guard this and protect it and keep it safe. I'm entrusting this to you.
As Bobby holds this out, I'm going to sort of like do the whole like hand over the top, fold, and push it back. Don't tempt me with your tiny ring.
Goal of a took.
You have to wear it, Captain. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Only a two-blooded dwarf can wear it.
Not my mother was not an astral elf.
Well, you could have told us that sooner.
The dislike from my father is partly due to his own shame, partly due to my existence. Me wearing this ring would mean no more than you or Hipley.
Maybe you. They just told you that was your mother. Maybe it was the maid, like the milkman, but the way around. Try it on.
Try it on.
As with most magical items, then it does slip on and it perfectly conforms to the size of your finger. You do get there is a magical buzz about it, almost like a static charge that does like kind of shoot up your hand, your wrist. But again, as with most quite potent magical items, like this ring is, and you do know, Hipley, in fact, definitely, that unless you spend some time attuning to it, you're not going to
take some time to get the feel for it. Go spend some alone time.
I'm going to some time with your ring.
I'm going to go and spend some time with my ring alone in my quarters.
Okay.
Really work it out and see if I can get a feel for the edges and.
You can add a ring of shooting stars to your inventory.
begrudgingly.
I probably should have said it sooner. I see you when you're sleeping. When I'm in the spelljamming helm.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Yaz is like at the door, just about to leave, and you see the shoulders fall again.
All I've got in my
this wasn't going to.
all I've got in my head now, sorry, is Hipley like, I see you when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. I know if you've been bad or good.
Could be good, for God's sake, please.
And they come through their rope portal. I bring presents.
Is that why you go up into the rope, just so you can avoid seeing everything that's
All
going
you
on?
see is two pink cheeks, closely followed by the kilt. Like,
Yeah, that's my sanctuary away from seeing
Everything.
yeah, at the door, shoulders lower. Hipley, you told me there wasn't a chance. Stop giving me hope, and just leaves.
Okay. While all this weirdness is going on downstairs, what's everyone else doing? Ook?
I would imagine Ook and Fang are sparring, and
Need
just
practice
kind
with
of,
my new shield, yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
And your new +2
my new
quarterstaff.
+2 quarterstaff.
Cool.
Give me a boost.
Going through a few guitars.
Go on,
Yeah.
see if you can hit me.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Roll to hit, Ook.
Toing, 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 toing.
You think that's air you're breathing?
That would be a nat 20 for a total of 30.
That hits.
Yeah, that lit.
That hits.
That really hits.
Now
you
I've got to go back to
basically-
the new shield.
You raise your shield, and Ook just jabs with the quarterstaff straight into your balls. And you go down like a lead balloon.
Don't forget to protect your midsection.
Just before Fang hits the ground, Ook will catch him and kind of right him. Because it's sparring, no damage intended. Sorry, that was a bit of a lay blow, Fang.
That's fine.
Best use of a nat 20 I've ever had in a campaign.
Nat 20, nut shot.
But yes, as you go about your business then during travel, it takes the better part of a week. But eventually then the beautiful cloudy whiteness of the astral sea does begin to give way to the darker globe that you know to be your approach to another wild space system. This being... Yes?
After a day, fine familiar, dragon on my shoulders.
Okay. Yes, obviously
Blaming-
Yaz now has a secret dragon.
Blaming the ring.
Okay. Alright.
Because technically nobody else knows about my warlockness yet.
Good point.
Anytime Hipley sees it, but is that a cellar dragon? That
Just
looks
for the
weird.
I
DM's
told you.
benefit, my passive insight is now 18.
Okay.
I'm not a full. I told you I'm not a full-blooded astral elf.
It's
So you get a
stunted.
This is what I can get.
but, I'd like to insight check that.
Okay.
I never do these. I just let people go.
I'm
I followed
surprised.
my
Surprised no one insight checked the whole I'm not a full-blooded
I'm
astral
gonna
elf.
say I was there like that.
I kind of just went with it because of his ineptability, you know.
Well, it's so rare I insight check people, and I've got -1 in insight. 18.
24.
So, as you approach then the wild space system as a Xaryxis space, you do see kind of silhouetted against the outer shell of the wild space system dots quite close together. And as you get closer and closer, those dots kind of expand, get larger, and then reveal themselves to be ships, a myriad of different shapes. Quite a few insectoid. I don't know what it is about astral seafaring spelljamming races, but they like bugs.
It's a trap.
And fish. But yes, as you get there, you do get eventually. You join the armada.
I sound the horn.
Mm-hmm.
5 ships then kind of converge from all quarters around yours, and you can see the faction leaders that you've already met previously, and they are all kind of just waving at you from deck.
Hey, Hipley, do you remember when you tossed that salad?
The Artuk fortunately can't hear you. However, the Hadozi leader does kind of call over. You're gonna need a rest, or are we just going?
Charge!
I think we're good. We're rested on the way. Weapons are loaded. I'm fresh as a daisy.
We have a mission.
We'd very quickly like to collect the flagships and just inspect weaponry and understand strategic positions, please. Which is my polite way of saying, can we please just know what's on each ship and just understand which is the best one for us to be stood on during a battle?
Because all our plans are really good so far.
Commodore Crux kind of walks up behind you. Well,
Jesus!
all these flagships, they're gonna effectively be controlling their own fleets in this fight. They're taking on the Xaryxian Armada. What we need to do on this ship is punch a hole straight through while the rest of them all are distracted.
Strike force.
Straight to the crux of the matter. I like it.
Go in full force. They all split off, have their own little skirmishes with the rest of the Star Moths. We just go straight to the palace.
Instead of punching through, we could slip past. Yars, if you use your invisibility again.
It was Grimzard who made us invisible.
I don't know.
You look worse than when I see a shark.
Was it? Yeah, it was going to. Yeah,
I
Well, he's
just
still
love
on
it so-
board, though.
I mean,
So
could do that again.
We'll use Sucky Face. Yeah, sorry, my
Unfortunately, that ability is no longer than I have.
The fuck?
My connection to my ship gave me greater abilities than in command as a captain should have.
What do you have, yours?
Just going to point at my dragon.
Did you see their dragon? That's not gonna do shit.
Which reminds me, we're probably still about an hour out. Wasn't entirely listening to what this ring does because I was hoping somebody else was going to take it.
You could have said no.
Who made
Again,
terms up?
I believe I tried politely. I'm going to take the ring off, give it to Bobby, and just say, Bobby, you were
Wait,
asked to keep.
Captain, the dragon is still there.
I'm thinking whoever wears that ring needs to be one who's good with their words. That is a symbol of the leadership of Xaryxis. If we come up against enemy forces who try and board the ship or destroy us, showing that symbol.
They
Maybe
could be fooled. They were thinking we're an ally.
you
Yes,
tell them
Captain.
you're here for the princess. Perhaps the crew you're talking to are friends of hers. Perhaps not.
Does anybody,
She did say she still had some allies out here.
Bobby? Did you see if the princess left any clothes in your quarters?
She may have.
Does
I can
anybody
go
here
check.
have anything resembling a makeup kit or some sort?
Do you want to dress
actually,
up as
hold
the
on.
princess?
Let me check. I might have a disguise kit.
And then
No,
when
Shut the
they
fuck up, Bri.
and then when they interact with us, you will show them your ring.
I'm sorry, Tom. I feel that drag is always the best plan.
If someone can make me a disguise kit, I can use one well enough and potentially
I think out of
disguise
the
captain.
pair of us, oh, you're disguised the captain. Sorry, forgive me.
I'm going to disguise you. Yes.
You're the astral elf captain.
Look at me. I mean, look at me.
This has turned into a fucking carry-on film.
Oh, I say!
Before we go,
don't he
can I-
look the part? Oh, don't he? He's got the ring on and everything. Oh.
Sorry, Hipley.
before we go, can I get my call sign tattooed on my arm? Can anyone tattoo?
What is your call sign, Hipley?
My call sign is Bishop.
Okay.
Excuse me, but I'm the autonom around here.
Yeah, I can't wait to get you to roll a dexterity check on the knife trick. I want to see whose fingers get chopped off.
That wasn't Bishop, was it?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Bishop and Hudson.
Yep.
Which was
Which reminds me, you owe us an alien isolation stream.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
What was the android from the first Alien movie then? Because I'm all like that one.
No, I'm drawing a blank.
I'm hoping you're not.
Ash.
Anyway, so
Okay.
I'm quite Bobby. I appreciate the offer, but I'm quite adept at passing as somebody else. So I require
are
clothes.
passing. I can confirm that.
Yeah, you've done it nearly many times.
Nearly many times, but not quite.
I've not made it out of the chair in time sometimes.
I think, Yars, I can help you out with some makeup. We've still got
I'm going to use a free action just to slightly fart a little bit out of nervousness.
Phil.
You should roll a nat one. Roll for that, and if it's a nat one, you fully shot yourself.
13.
Ah.
Fight me.
Phil, the tiefling that we took my ship back from, all of her possessions are still here, and as I was often saying to her, she could probably do with wearing less. But not clothing, I mean makeup.
Yes, of course, Commander. I believe you.
Like she got taught to put it on by a clown. But yeah, if you go in her quarters, unless Hipley's moved everything around, it should still be there.
Wonderful. Hipley, do you mind if I...
Sure.
Please definitely moved everything around.
Do I find anything?
Just look under the bed.
Yeah, I mean, everything's still there. It doesn't take you long to go through drawers and stuff and
Cool,
find...
great. Go to Bobby's room.
Yep.
Just remember, Hipley's an artificer. Could be anything in there.
Not going to touch the makeup.
I know.
Going to keep a dress on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I am the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Dress on.
Mm-hmm. come back up on deck.
No.
No,
I'm gonna stay down deck for a bit and do my best to listen to see what's going on.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while you're waiting for Yaz to come back?
I can't believe yours actually agreed to do that. Hilarious.
I'm trying to keep busy.
I'm a lady.
I'm gonna
weapons.
ask crewmate Grimzard, what use are you then?
I'm giving anybody that wants one a tattoo.
Wonder where you were going with that.
I am quite good at killing astral elves.
I hope so.
There's going to be a lot of that.
Just point me at them.
What are you pointing downstairs at?
I've been told that one is off limits.
No, I was pointing to the horizon.
You are in space. There is not one.
The event.
At the event horizon. This is about to get very dark, yeah? What a fucking film. What a fucking film.
You don't know the half of it.
How many pop culture references can we squeeze into this one?
But yes, all of the ships around you are getting into position. So you can all fly in to Xaryxis space in formation at the same time. You see the hammerhead ships, the squids, the scorpions, the wasps. Flying V with you at the head.
Hipley's going to point out to Ook and Fang and Stats that the ballista is now self-loading, and the big massive arrows just appear on top anytime one's fired.
Oh, is it self-firing too?
Dibs.
Yeah, it's not even arrows that appear on top. As you remove, basically there is now a glowing bolt of energy, roughly the size of a bolt that would sit on a ballista. And as one is, fired off, as an example, just harmlessly into space, after a moment, maybe, I don't know, less than 6 seconds, another one just reappears exactly where it was, like a crackling bolt of energy.
I just pull a right cheesy grin and I have some fun with that.
I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner.
You do anything with the mangonel?
That's better than 4 rounds a minute.
If I do the mangonel, I'd have to take my armor down a notch.
You need that.
If we think we're going to fight more in space than person to person, sure.
Honestly, who can tell at this time?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Keep your armor for now. The ballista will be fine.
I think we may need to watch out for borders.
Sufficient time passes then, as you inspect the new weaponry and watch as the fleet arrays itself around you.
Still there.
Yaz.
Remind me of the princess's accent.
It's French. So this is now going to turn into an episode of Hello Hello. Good morning.
Except it's going to be the police officer.
I was pissing by the mast, and I noticed the very quickly went German. This is whatever I say now sounds perfectly like the princess.
Okay.
I thought it was more Austrian myself, but whatever.
Yeah.
What do you mean you won't let me into the art school?
No, it's not French.
No, it is not.
Yeah. What do you mean you won't let me into the art school? Austrian.
I get it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's not
follow that.
Let's not clarify on stream who that was.
No. Hipley would be tossing you overboard if That one was accurate.
Yeah, not with that
Like-
new
Nope.
growth you've got going on under your nose, but there.
Hmm.
Let's carry on.
Look,
Yes, it is.
Have you ever heard the story of the man that has a lot of money, but he
Carry
has
on.
to avoid a slug? Turns out, if it catches you, it has to live under your nose.
Back in the room. Back in the room, episode 11 of Carry On Spelljamming. So, you come back up on deck.
I like that
And-
accessory, Tony. Big fan.
As you come back up on deck, the rest of you see, almost as if stepping out of your memories, Princess Adali.
Oh my god. How did you get on board?
I'm so tempted to try the accent, but I'm so bad at accents.
You either try the accent or you're doing a persuasion check with a disadvantage.
That's what you think. Paying for Bry's wedding, so it's, no disadvantage checks here. No. What the fuck was the question? I'm so sorry.
Nothing, it was
Oh
just...
my god, it's the princess. What
Oh.
are you doing here?
In a French accent, don't be
Okay.
stupid, it's me.
I'm not yours, I'm Stats.
And I'll just literally walk past and say, "You do look good though," and slap her on the ass.
Ook will jump down from Starbow
Jump down
in
from Starbow.
the cadet blue dress uniform, looking the smartest you've ever seen them. Like fur combed, like pristine, and kind of like step next to the captain.
Hang
I'm
on
just
now,
gonna look
which
at both.
one? Commodore or Princess Adali, who is actually us?
Princess Zadali,
Right, okay.
Captain disguised as Princess Zadali.
In Zadali.
I don't have to get dressed up, do I? No one told me that.
Everybody looks so smart. I might need to go buff my helmet.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
Commodore Crux walks up to you all. Are you all ready? please say you're all ready. We can get on with this.
Let's just go before anything else decides to.
I've got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
Or
vengeance to enact.
do I have time to go beat it like a Hadozi in a coconut tree?
No, you do not.
Phantom Murder, was he?
Okay, please heading down to the chair.
New Zealand timber.
And Commodore Crux does call Hibley.
Yes?
Whenever you're ready, move in.
Salute.
Okay.
Says jump in the chair. Full speed ahead.
Okay. So, as you make your way then, you emerge from the silver haze of the astral sea and enter a wild space system illuminated by a bright white star. You no longer have the wild space orrery. You cannot exactly plot a course to where you are going using it. However, you can see, pointing off from almost the center of the system, in a direction that you pretty certain is Toril, is a bright white beam of light. About 800 million miles long.
Not that big.
Seem bigger.
Before it touches the star, what you see about 100 million miles away, maybe a day's travel, is then what looks to be a giant moth. Gargantuan. And as the light hits the moth, it is concentrated and then beamed straight towards the star 300 million miles further in. You know the moth, especially you, Yaz, you know that moth to be the Imperial Citadel of the Xaryxian Empire. A moth-shaped asteroid that the palace and all surrounding homes and businesses was built upon. As the ships then continue on, further and further into Xaryxis space, and you make out more details then, as you get closer and closer as the day draws on, of the elegant, crystal-spired city built on the back of the moth-shaped asteroid. You see the shipyard sprouting from its wings. Top where you would suppose the moth's head is stands a magnificent temple. The beam then stretching straight from that temple, from a crystal at the apex of it, straight towards the bright white star Xaryxis. It is then that you start to make out the armada of crystal-winged ships patrolling the region between your fleet and the Citadel.
How many?
30.
2.
It is then when the closest ship is about 2,000 feet away. I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
11.
Natural 20.
natural
Oh,
20
yeah.
for 23.
Nat 20 for a 22.
Yeah.
14.
7 for a 12.
I used one of the re-rolls for a full 15.
Okay. Those
What
who
a fucking
rolled
waste.
20 or above notice that beyond the Imperial Citadel, and it looks like they're sometimes in and then sometimes swirling around the beam of light between the Citadel and the star, are flying shapes that wheel like birds. And as more detail is given to you, the more you concentrate on them, you then realize that you are looking at 7 young solar dragons who also appear to notice you. They stop wheeling around the beam of light and start heading in your direction, determined to join the battle that is to come.
Making the way.
I'll just look over to yours and like, it's time.
It's time. He's beginning to believe.
Show him your ring, Captain.
I am showing nobody nothing. Let's make our way to the front quickly.
As the Elven Armada then turns to meet yours in battle, we're going to leave it there for this session of The Life of Xaryxis. You've got maybe 2 sessions of the adventure left.
Oh.
Oof.
And I already have many, many ideas for what comes after. So don't worry about that. We will continue.
Is it going to be called Carry On Spelljamming?
It is now.
God damn it, I'm going to have to learn accents.
No, you don't. No one in Carry On films did.
No, they did not.
Oh.
But every time I go to say anything, I'm just immediately in my head like, that's racist. You can't do it like that. Nobody in France sounds like they're South African. You can't say it like that.
It was on doing the aerobics like, and Ping.
Well, your breastplate just flies off and knocks it out.
All right, Babs, calm it down, calm it down.
Barbara Windsor. Oh.
Bludgeon an iceberg lettuce to death with her right breast.
But yes, on what is probably one of with
Take
you
2
lot,
double D damage.
with you lot, this is saying something, right? What is probably one of the weirdest sessions we've ever had.
I mean, it started off quite well.
It was all right, and then it
just descended into
devolved into this, whatever this is.
Tell the bird how much seed you're going to give it, and now toss a salad across the table.
Oh God, that's actually what happened.
Hiplet.
a naked busty hippo wrestling a lettuce.
You shook hands. You shook You
You
basically shook hands with a monkey, negotiated how much seed you were going to give a bird, tossed the salad.
Agreed to give a snake a prosthetic leg.
Yeah, tossed the salad. I should have made that snake like one-eyed or something. Oh fuck me. But yes, as always.
Oh my God, I can't see.
As always, it has been a pleasure running D&D for you guys. Again, sorry, obviously took a break. Real life got in the way. However, I am off currently for 2 weeks, cleaning the house, ready for, because it's got to be mother-in-law clean by the time family start to descend on the house for the wedding, which is exactly a month today.
Jesus.
Because it is the 17th today. Exactly 1 month from today.
We'll all be.
I will be, at least in my heart, married to Amelia, though legally we have to wait until the 2nd of September, first appointment we could get.
The week after I get back from Vegas.
But my my notice for marriage has gone in. So depending on how steadfast you are in your need to disturb my nuptials, you've got 28 days to make it to the Civic Centre and protest. As soon as you see my name flash up on the board, no.
I've always wanted to shout, I object.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd be going. I'll just run through Wales shouting that I
Only
object.
just cause or impediment. Yeah, he's ginger. Or something.
That's impeded him with all his life.
But yes, but no, I'm off for 2 weeks, so which is why, no stress. I was energetic enough to run this today, and I will definitely be available to run next Wednesday, which I believe will be Hipley's last for a little bit. Because then you're going to Vegas.
Yes. And then it will be probably all just before your wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yes, we're definitely going to have a session next week. And I'm very much looking forward to it. So...
Well, if you say, hey, possibly 2 next week, could finish it off before Hipley goes.
We would have to do the second one very late, because obviously Nikki...
Oh, yeah.
Depends what day we did it.
We've only got Thursday available, unfortunately.
Yeah, it would have to be late, yeah.
What's everybody doing? No. Stop. If this feels like an after call, after stream discussion.
Yeah. But yes, as always, thank you very much to those who have watched. Thank you very much to those who will watch. Take care. Stay safe. We love you guys. And we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye, players.
Bye, players.
Oh, fuck.
The Yogi were using its hulk as bait, and we've flown right into their web.
Good night, everybody.
Hello.
Good night. Goodbye.
Good night, players.